Boxing fans were buzzing after Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. fought to a highly controversial draw. This wasn't just any draw, it was the kind that immediately had the boxing world divided. Did Roach do enough to win? Was Tank Davis given a pass by the judges? Or does this mean Tank's future and is a rematch on the horizon? These questions have turned a standard fight result into one of the most talked about events in boxing this year. Let's break down the fight. Did Roach outclass Tank? The fight itself was full of drama. Roach came in sharp, outworking Tank in multiple rounds. He landed clean shots and even had a moment in the 9th round that nearly changed everything. That moment? When Tank took a knee.
I believe we won that fight. Clearly, we should be two-time world champion right now.
I thought I was doing my thing, so I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Most fans and analysts saw it as a clear knockdown, but the referee ruled it otherwise. Had the knockdown been recognized, Roach would have won on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards. Instead, the fight ended in a majority draw, allowing Tank to hold on to his WBA lightweight title. Boxing analyst Tim Bradley didn't hold back in his criticism. You can't just take a knee like that and not have it called. The referee's job is to call the fight fairly, not to protect a champion. This one moment shaped the entire outcome, and the controversy only grew from there.
Made the rules up. Yeah, that was bullshit. It should have been called a knockdown. You can't take a break like that. The only person that can do that is the referee. The referee can stop the action and say, hey, let me take you to the corner.
After the fight, Gervonta Davis wasted no time going on social media to troll Roach. He mocked Roach, saying he should be thankful he wasn't knocked out. You had the fight of your life and still couldn't beat me. Roach, however, wasn't going to take it quietly. He fired back on Instagram Live saying, "You know what happened in that ring? You gave it everything you had, and you still couldn't beat me."
And I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to bank the rounds, and even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. So, I don't think there's any excuse for me not to win tonight, but that's just how the cookie crumbled.
The back and forth between them added fuel to the fire, with fans picking sides and debating who really deserved the win. Roach even threw a jab at Tank, saying, "I told you I was no Frank Martin." It was a direct challenge, showing he believed he wasn't just another opponent, but a real contender who exposed weaknesses in Tank's game. What really happened with the knee controversy? Let's talk about the moment that has everyone talking Tank's knee. When Davis took that knee in the 9th round, he claimed that he took a knee because he wanted to, not because Roach did anything special. "I was just chilling, thinking about what I was going to eat after the fight." But was it really that simple? Experts like Roy Jones Jr. saw it differently. He noted that Tank looked visibly hurt, and the knee might have been his way to buy time and recover.
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the...
For Roach, that knee was proof that he had Tank in trouble. He pointed out that if that was ruled correctly as a knockdown, I'd be a world champion right now. The fact that this single moment could swing a world title shows how razor-thin the margins were in this fight. Before the Roach fight, Tank had been open about his plans to retire soon. He originally planned to retire by the end of 2025, with only 3 more fights left. However, after the draw, his plans completely changed. In the post-fight press conference, Tank admitted he only probably has like 4 more fights now, for sure.
For your future.
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now, for sure.
The draw wasn't just a result. It was a reality check for Davis. He now feels the need to prove himself again, to show that he's still the man to beat at 135 pounds. And the social media trolling is a clear sign that the draw is eating at him, even if he won't admit it outright.
Particular quality, if I'm Tank Davis and I'm coming off a disappointment in terms of my offensive output, I'm not going straight to the best defender in the division. I'm looking for some other fight, and I think the logical fight for him is a rematch with Lamont Roach.
One of the loudest critics of Tank Davis after the fight was Keyshawn Davis. He has been on a mission to expose Tank, claiming he's not the fighter he pretends to be. He said on Instagram Live, he felt like Lamont won. A draw is what it is, but I feel like Lamont Roach pulled it off. But Keyshawn wasn't just talking about the fight. He went further, saying Tank's whole aura is built on hype, not on real skill. He believes if he were in the ring with Tank, he'd put him down without a doubt. His boldest claim is that he is the best at 135. Either one of them guys, I'm knocking them out. I ain't playing.
But I don't want to fight one of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who I fight at this point. I don't care. But I'm telling you, if you give me either or before they rematch, I'm they rematch up. They getting put. I'm telling you, I ain't even playing. I ain't playing, bro. I'm young. I'm on fire. I'm young and I'm on fire.
This wasn't just trash talk. It was a full dismissal of Tank's status as a top lightweight. The rivalry between Keyshawn and Tank has now reached a boiling point, with many fans wanting to see this matchup sooner rather than later.
The nigga trash. I'm talking about the
So what's next for Gervonta Davis? Money or legacy? The big question now remains, what does Tank do next? He hinted that a rematch with Roach might not happen next, despite the controversy and demand. He's even been linked to a potential fight with Jake Paul, which has raised eyebrows across the boxing world.
Who were you going to call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here.
Tank gonna do him.
He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room.
Jake Paul?
Next question.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
is there a height limit in boxing?
A fight with Jake Paul would be a massive payday, but it would also send a clear message. Tank Davis is more interested in money than in fighting the best. This has led to speculation that Tank might be moving away from real competition, focusing instead on celebrity fights and big paydays. If that happens, it could be the final nail in the coffin for his reputation as a true champion. But if he chooses to fight top-tier competition like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or Keyshawn Davis, he could still rebuild his legacy and prove he's the best at lightweight.